So today we're going to do my No Pan Left Behind project update. I am working on 2 different eyeshadow palettes for this project where I want to use every single shade at least once and just give the palette a little bit of love. Obviously, I do have quite a lot of eyeshadow palettes and I do neglect them over time. So this is a good way for me to feel like I'm not neglecting all of the shades in my collection. Anyway, so let's get started. I am going to be rolling in a new palette to the project today. I'm very, very close to being done with this one. This is the Enchanted Icon palette from Makeup Revolution, and I've gone into every single shade except for one. So I feel like I'm going to roll in the next one because I know I will be going into the shade that I missed very, very soon. But anyway, this is the palette and what it looks like. So I, at this point, have gone into every single shade aside from this one, which is basically like a two-tone shade. I was going to do that the other day, but I decided not to. And so that's the only shade that I have left. Now, I will say I'm really disappointed with the cream shades in this palette and also the other ones that I've tried too. I've said this before in a couple of videos, but I don't see the point in these cream shades because they don't set down. They stay very, very creamy. And I did go out with my partner for his birthday over the weekend. We went for dinner and I used this palette. I did not take a picture because the look was very boring. But I did end up, I think, using one of the browns and then also going into this taupey shade, but I went into this cream shade called Cream. And, oh no, actually, what are the names? They don't have names, never mind. And it never set down, so when we were leaving to go to the restaurant, it had all creased, and I had only worn it for probably like 45 minutes to an hour before we left. So that's not very good. You know, I definitely don't mind going into this palette, but I just don't want to be going into the creams. So I think ultimately, even though we say these are great quality for Makeup Revolution, it's a little step up from what they normally produce. The cream shadows are pointless. So you're buying a palette where 2 shades are kind of duds. I don't know anyone who can make these work, but if you can, let me know how it works for you, because I put the shadow on top of the cream and it doesn't set down, it just makes it greasy. So anyway, I did end up going into this, and yeah, basically I rolled this in last update. So I went into every single shade this last month, and I also went into this shade twice. Which kind of makes sense. But yeah, this is the only one I did not go into. So it's staying in the project one more month, but because it's just one shade, I feel like technically it's being rolled out, but obviously I'll keep it in because I want to actually complete the palettes. So anyway, that one staying in for one more month for one shadow, but really it's almost done. I've also been working on the GlossGods Dancing in the Sky palette. So this one is not rolling out. It is nearly done. I mean, it's kind of like halfway done. Yeah, I would say it's halfway done. So this is what my palette looks like. I really, really love this palette. And what I will say is the shades that I did end up going into is this one, 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 and this one. So I have this one, this one, this one, and this one left to use, and then I can officially roll this out of the project as well. So it's kind of like halfway done, a little bit more than halfway done. So I have this one, I have one shade in the Makeup Revolution palette, and I definitely want to roll in a new palette. No complaints on this one whatsoever. I love this palette, so it is what it is. I don't quite remember what I paired this with. I don't usually put pictures in this video, but I do like a wrap-up of all of the eyeshadow looks that I do. So you might have seen that in the video that I posted last week with this one. But otherwise, yeah, I just need to work on those 4 shades, and then this one is done. This is definitely a palette that I neglected for quite some time, especially for being a palette that I claim is one of my favorite palettes in my collection. The use on it doesn't reflect it. So I'm very happy that I rolled it into this project and it's almost nearly done. So before I tell you which palette I'm going to be rolling in, I'll just pop up on the screen all my uses for these palettes so far. Obviously it's just like been 1 month, so it's not that interesting, but I'll pop it on the screen anyway. So the palette that I'm going to be rolling in is actually a palette that I got very close to almost a year ago now. I don't think it's a palette that I truly love. I got it because I love the color story, and then when I got it, I realized I don't quite love the color story, or maybe I love the color story from afar, but actually using it doesn't make sense for me all the time. I don't know. There's just something about this palette that I haven't gelled with. But it is the Cosmic Beauty The Lovers palette. The quality of this is really beautiful, so it's nothing against the quality. I think it's just all the teals, quite honestly. There's just something about it that's just like, I don't know if it's all for me. Having said that though, it is really pretty, and you know, I do kind of like these tones, and I love pinks and purples, so I don't know why. I don't know why I feel this way. I'm hoping that rolling it into No Pan Left Behind, I change my mind about it. There are actual shades in here that I have yet to use. I've noticed I haven't gone into Harmony. I haven't gone into Self-Love. I think Values I haven't gone into, which is lovely sky blue. And maybe Loyal. I don't think I've gone into Loyal. And maybe Choices. I think I've gone into everything else just from like looking at the shades. But yeah, I haven't even like swatched those shades. So it's kind of crazy that I've had this palette for so long and I have yet to use all of the shades. So this is why I want to roll it into my No Pan Left Behind. I think also the tones kind of work for me now. They're still muted. They're still kind of wintry, cool tone-y somewhat. If that's a word, cool tony. And so yeah, I'm going to be rolling this one in, and I think it will pair nicely with the remaining shades that I have in my Dancing in the Sky, or I could pair this with my last remaining shade from this one, or pair it with something else that I'm working with, or just use it on its own as it's intended to be used. So who knows how I'm going to use this, but I'm excited. I do kind of like this project. For years, I never did this project because I thought, you know, like, I just didn't get it, and now I get it. I like these are the types of projects, and you guys tell me too, you love your No Pan Left Behinds. You love doing those because it really just helps you use your makeup and fall in love with your eyeshadow palettes. And so when I started doing this, or you know, I think what it was, I'm a chatty mood today. I think what it was is my Project Level Up project helped me realize that I kind of need to go into all the shades in my palettes, and so. But that one only focuses on one palette at a time for the most part. So No Pan Left Behind just allows me to continue that, not focus on panning, but just using my makeup. So I think they're perfect on their own. And that's why I do both projects, because it just kind of works for me and it makes me happy. So anyway, that is my short little sweet update for this project today. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.